Alright, time for homework 9. Okay, this one's just like homework 8 and 7, where you got uh, equation table and a coordinate plane that you need to fill in the missing ones. Okay, on this question you're given the equation, so when you figure out what's going to go in the table, you take the x values and you'll replace it in your equation where x is. So instead of having 1/2 x, you're going to have 1/2 of, inside that parentheses there, you're going to put these x values that are over here. Okay? So you're going to get -4. When you put that in, you're going to get 1/2 times -4. That's 1/2 of -4. What's half of -4? That'd be -2. Add 1, and -2 plus 1 gives you -1. So there's our first entry. Second entry, -2. 1/2 of -2 is -1. Add 1, you'll get 0. Take 0, plug it in, put it right here in your equation where x used to be. 1/2 of 0 is 0. Add 1, you get 1. Okay, now take 2, plug it into your equation. 1/2 of 2 is 1. Add 1, you're at 2 again. And there we go. So here's your the numbers that go in your y column on your table. Let's jump over into the graph part. You can either use your table to get points down and then you use those, or you can use your equation straight up to draw your graph. So if you use your equation, you go to first your y-intercept. That's the part on your equation, the number not with x. So you go to +1, put a point there, and use your slope. Your slope's 1/2. So you go from this point you already put down, up 1, right 2, to get another point. You can do that a few times. Or you can go the other way by going down 1, left 2. Alright, so you got your line going, and this one's not dotted or anything like that. It's just a solid line, and that's because it says y equals. And this one's done. There's no more to it. Jump over to 2. This one is a little bit more tricky because you have to write the equation, and you can only use your clues here. These are the only clues you got. A few things to notice. Remember, when your x is 0, and your line's going to cross at your y-intercept. Your y-intercept's the y value when x is 0. So since you got the point 0, -2, your y-intercept's going to be -2. So your equation over here is going to have subtract 2, it's going to have an x. We just need to find out what goes in front of the x. And that's the slope. Remember, slope, that's the change in y over the change in x. Okay, in order to get change in y, change in x, you have to get 2 points. So let's use this one we've already used, our y-intercept, and let's compare it with the next point in our list here, okay? So look at your y's to get your change in y's. From -2 to -6, that's a decrease of 4, so that's -4. Look at the x's. It goes from 0 to 2. That's an increase of 2, so you're going to put +2 there at the bottom. Simplify that. -4 divided by -2 gives you -2. And that's going to go in front of your x up there. So your final equation should be y equals -2x minus 3. Okay? Let's jump over to the graph part. Like I said, you can use either use your equation graph or you can use the points. I'm going to use the points on this one. So you just take your point. Alright, that's a point each row. So go to -3, +4. And after you've got that, you go -3, +4. Put a point down. We're ready to go. We need to get one more point to get our line completed. Okay, you gotta have 2 points to draw your line. We got the 2 points. So now let's draw the line. It goes like so. And ta-da! Line is done.